So hello my dear students, I am teacher Randy, and in this lecture video we are going to discuss about the important topic of pre-calculus or the analytic geometry, which entitled the conic section and the circle. First lesson na siya. So during your junior high school days, you have already the background or you familiarize the different geometric figures such as triangle, quadrilateral, circles, and many more shapes, sizes, as well as the angle and the dimension of different geometric figures. Now in analytic geometry, we're going to discuss or we're going to expand our understanding on a geometric figures, not just in their properties but also analyzing them with a different equation. So it is more on geometric figures and rectangular coordinate system. So na Cartesian plane involving the x and y axis. So the first lesson is entitled the introduction of conic section and the circle. Before ta proceed sa conic section and the circle, let us recall first what you have learned in grade 9 days about the quadratic equation. So this time we're going to solve the quadratic equation using the completing the square. Nganong completing the square man? Because para ma-recall ninyo kay this completing the square is very useful in solving the equation of a circle that will be tackled later. Okay, so let us now solve the equation x squared plus 8x plus 5. So by completing the square, atong buhaton is to transpose the constant 5 to the other side. So ang mahitabo, this will become x squared plus 8x equals, since ato man gitranspose, positive will become negative 5. So next thing to do is to find for a number or a digit nga atong i-add sa atong equation, sa atong two terms para mahimo siya perfect square trinomial. Kini siya unsa atong i-add ana. So to find for that digit is to get the half of 8 and square it. Atong i-find ang half ani, so plus 8 over 2. Mao na yang half times or square. So atong square ang half sa 8 equals negative 5. So in addition property, state nga kung mag-add ta og digit sa one side, we will make sure nga mag-add pud ta og the same digit sa other side. So mag-add ta og the same digit as 8 over 2 squared sa pikas nga side. So we will simplify this one. We get x squared plus 8x plus 8 over 2 is equal to 4 squared equals negative 5 plus 8 over 2 is equal to 4 squared. Simplify pa nato, this will become x squared plus 8x plus 16, 4 squared, 16 equals negative 5 plus 16. Now it is now already in perfect square trinomial, so we can now factor this given or atong nakuha nga quadratic equation. So unsa man nato pag factor, So we're going to get the square root of the first term and the square root of the last term. So the square root of the first term, x squared, is equal to x. So x po nato diha plus what is the square root of 16? We have 4. So therefore it is x plus 4 and times x plus 4 equals negative 5 plus 16, that is equal to 11. So now, these given factors, x plus 4 times x plus 4, can also be written as x plus 4 squared equals 11. So since atong gipangita ang value sa x or the roots of a given quadratic equation, so ato ni siyang kwaon ang iyang square root para mapagawas nato ang x. So what will be remain is x plus 4 na lang, kay makancel ni siya. That one equals positive negative square root of 11. Next, para x na lang yun ang mabilin sa one side, transpose the other term or 4 sa other side. So mahimo siya og x equals negative 4 plus minus square root of 11. So there are two roots or duha siya ka values of x sub 2 and x sub 1. So the first value is negative 4 plus square root of 11 and negative 4 minus square root of 11. So these are the factors or the values of x with the equation x squared plus 8x x squared plus 8x plus 5 equals 0 using the completing the square. Okay, let us proceed. Conic section or the conics. So it is a curve formed by a plane passing through a double-napped circular cone. So kaning mga conic sections, these are figures that is being formed when a plane is passing through a double-napped circular cone. So ato ni siyang ma-create kung ang isa ka plane i-cross nato sa usa ka cone in different direction. Okay, so there are 4 types of conic sections. The first one is the circle, ellipse, parabola, and hyperbola. So let's start with a circle. So a circle is a special case of ellipse in which the plane is perpendicular to the x or to the axis of the cone. So a circle is being obtained when a plane is perpendicular to the standing position cone. Kung nagperpendicular ang pag-tilt sa plane sa cone, ang makreate nato is a circle. Mo ni siya. That is a circle. Next is the ellipse. Ellipse, when the tilted plane intersects only one cone to form a bounded curve. So this is being formed kung atong i-tilt ang plane, kung ang plane i-tilt sa cone slanting. Kung slant ang iyang pag-tilt, ang magbuo niya is an ellipse. The next one is parabola. The plane is parallel to the generator line of the cone. So ang parabola, ma-create ni siya nga figure kung i-tilt nato ang usa ka plane which is parallel to generator line. Mo ni siya i-parallel na to, and mo pass through siya sa base sa cone. So ang mabuo niya is a parabola, this one. And lastly, a hyperbola. So it is the intersection of unbounded curve, and the plane is not parallel to the generator line of the cone, and the plane intersects both halves of the cone. So this is being formed kung ang plane ga-intersect on both half of the cone. So this is the parabola. Okay, so let us now discuss the first type of a conic section, which is a circle. Okay, so a circle, by definition, it is all points equidistant from one point to another. So a circle daw is equidistant from one point, and this, kung naa daw tay circle, equidistant siya sa isa ka point, and this point mao ni gitawag nato nga center. Okay, so from the center to any point sa atong circle, mao nay gitawag nato og radius. So this is the center as well as the radius. From the center to any point sa atong circle. So from the center to the any point, they are equidistant. Okay? A circle can be formed by slicing a right circular cone with a plane traveling parallel to the base of the cone. Now, if the center of a circle is at the origin of the Cartesian plane, so naa nata sa Cartesian plane, the x and y coordinate. This is the x-axis and y-axis. If the center of the circle in the Cartesian plane is at the origin or 0, having the coordinate of 0, 0, the equation of this circle is x squared plus y squared equals the r squared, where r stands for the radius. Now, if a circle is not on the origin of the Cartesian plane or the x and y axis, so the equation is like this: x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared, where the center is what we call the h and k. H stands for the x coordinate and k stands for the y coordinate of the given point. So let us have an example. So mao ni siya ang atong standard equation of our circle. When the center is at the point of origin, this is the equation, while if the center is located away from the point of origin, this will be the standard form. First example, graph the circle. So the given equation is in the standard form with the center of 0, 0, or it is in the point of origin, and the radius is equal to 3. So to graph the circle, we take all the points that are 3 units from the center to all direction. So since ang center daw is at 0, 0, 0, or origin, so we take the radius is 3. So mag-move ta og 3 units away from the center, both all directions. So we have 1, 2, 3, 3 units. 1, 2, 3, 3 units. The other side, 1, 2, 3. This is the point. 1, 2, 3. That is the point. So we can now create a circle. Having a radius of 3 and a center at the origin. Okay, so example number 2 or example 1.2, in each item, give the standard equation of a circle satisfying the given condition. So number 1, we have the center at the origin and the radius of a circle is equal to 4. So if the center is at origin, so the equation of a circle will be x squared plus y squared equals r squared. So what is the standard equation. Since the radius is equal to 4, we're going to substitute 4 sa r nato sa equation. So we have x squared plus y squared equals r is equal to 4 squared. So the standard equation will be x squared plus y squared equals the square of 4, that is 16. So this is the standard equation of example number 1. How about for example number 2? The center is at -4 and 3 while the radius is 4. So we have center, given center is equal to -4 and 3, and the radius is equal to 4. Now in our example number 2, ang center niya is not at the origin. So therefore, ang standard form sa atong equation will be x plus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Mao na siya ang atong gamiton nga equation para makuha na to ang standard form. In our center, -4 mao ni atong h, 3 is our k. So substitute h, k, and r sa atong given nga equation. So we have x minus our h is equal to -4 parenthesis squared plus y minus our k is 3 squared, that is equal to r, which is 4 squared. Simplify, we have x negative times -4, that will be +4 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals the square of 4 is 16. So this is the standard equation of a circle having a center of negative 4 and 3 and a radius of 4. For number 3, the circle in figure number 1.7. So mao ni siya nga figure atong basihan sa example number 3. So the center, itong example number 3, the center is at 0.31. Okay? So the radius also is equal to 5 from the center to the point P, that is 5. Now nakuha na nato ang atong center, H and K as well as the R. So we can now get the standard equation using x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Substitute the given h, k, and r sa given equation. We have x minus 3 squared plus y minus k is 1 squared equals 5 squared. So we have x minus 3 squared plus y minus 1 squared equals 25. So this is the standard equation of a circle in figure 1.7. Okay, for example, get the standard equation in circle A in figure 1.10. So mao ni atong figure 1.10 and the circle A is this one. So by looking the circle in figure number 10, circle A, so we can see that the center of the circle is at point -2 and -1. Okay? And the radius, ang radius niya, kung asa siya dapit nakatangent, so nadiri sa 6. So pila ka units from -2 to -6, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So the radius from center to the point 6 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4. So na-locate na nato ang iyang center as well as the radius. So we can get the standard equation as x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Substitute the values of the h, k, and r. So we have x minus -2 squared plus y minus -1 squared equals r is 4 squared. Simplify. We have x plus 2 squared, negative times -2, that is +2 squared, plus y plus 1 squared, that is equal to 16. So this is the standard equation of a circle given in figure number 1.10, letter A. So we will not answer the other examples 5 to 8. Let us now proceed to another example. So we have a given equation of a circle, which is x minus 2 squared plus y minus 2 squared equals 4. So what we're going to find is the center and the radius of the circle. And the letter B is to graph the given equation of a circle. Okay? So in A, find the center and the radius of the circle. So we know that the equation of a circle is x minus h plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So therefore, our center is point H and K. So naman tayo H, napun tayo K. So we have the center at point 2 and 3. And the radius r squared is equal to 4. So find the values of the radius. So get the square root. So we have r is equal to 2. So mao ni atong center as well as the radius. And we can now graph the given equation. So we have the y and x axis, x and y. Ang center nato is at 2.2 and 3. So the x is 2, 3. This is our center, having a point 2 and 3. And the radius is 2 units. 2 units away from the center. So this will be the form of mao ni siya ang form sa atong circle. Okay? So example number 2. X plus 1 squared plus y minus 2 squared is equal to 9. What we're going to find is the center and the radius of the circle, and letter B, the graph of the circle. So the standard form, again, mao ni siyang standard form. So we can find for the center as coordinate H and K. Now in our given equation, if ang preceding, mo ay atong remember nga, if the preceding symbol or the preceding sign of H and K of H is negative, so the H is equal to positive. If the preceding sign of H is positive, so the H is negative. So ang preceding man niya is positive, so H is equal to negative 1. The same with k. So if ang preceding sa atong equation na sa equation ta mag-base. So if ang preceding sign sa atong k is negative, the k is positive. So since ang preceding sa atong equation, ang preceding sign sa atong k, which is 2, is negative. So therefore ang k na to is at 2, positive 2. So our radius r squared is equal to 9. Para makuha na to ang radius, get the square root of r squared and 9. So r is equal to 3. This will be the form of the circle at 1 point 1 and 2 as the center. Point negative 1 and 2 mo ni siya center. This is the form of the circle. Okay?